Hi, scholars. Welcome back to our Seasons and Weathers unit. We're going to move on to lesson 4, which is going to be about the summer. So we know that we've been learning about the 4 different seasons that we usually go through. And in the United States where we live in, each season usually has its certain characteristics. So we've learned about 2 seasons so far. That was winter and spring. In the winter, it's usually colder. We'll have snow. We have to wear a lot of layers, like our heavier coats, our hats, our gloves, and our scarves. And the winter usually gets darker outside much earlier and stays darker for much longer at night. Then after winter will come spring. It starts to get warmer outside. We might wear less clothes, just a nice spring jacket, sometimes shorts or short sleeves. Spring is also characteristics of things blooming, like plants blooming, animals coming out of hibernation or having babies. So a lot of times we associate spring with new life. So after spring will come the next season of summer. So let's get into our next lesson. Dear kindergartners, hi from your pen pal Annie. Today I'm going to tell you about summer. What kinds of things do you think of when I say summer? My favorite season of the year is definitely summer because I love the warm weather and sunshine. Summertime means vacation because I don't have school during the summer months. At the beginning of summer, our part of the earth receives the most sunlight that it will get all year long. The days are the longest. They will be all year in the summer. In most of the United States, the summer season begins in the month of June and includes the months July and August. No matter where you live in the United States, summertime will bring the warmest weather of the year. One way to tell how warm it is outside is to look at a thermometer. Remember that a thermometer is a tool that measures the temperature. When it is cold outside, the liquid in the thermometer stays down in the lower part of the thermometer. When it is warm outside, the liquid rises in the thermometer closer to the top. Which thermometer do you think shows the temperature that might be for summertime? Would it be this one? This one. Do you remember that we talked about the winter months? Do you remember that when we talked about the winter months, we said we could also tell how cold it was by the way people dress? The same is true in summer. You can tell how warm it is by the way people are dressed. All of these people are dressed for warm weather. What do you notice about the way that they're dressed? What do they have on? What do you think they're going to do in the summertime? As I told you before, I live in Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. My teacher says that Washington, D.C. is a good city to learn about when studying the seasons because because here the 4 seasons are distinct from one another. It's easy to tell by walking outside or looking out the window whether it is winter, spring, summer, or autumn. Summer is the busiest time of year in Washington, D.C. because each year millions of Americans come to visit the famous monuments, museums, and buildings during their summer vacation. The city gets really crowded during the summer, but I like to see all the different kinds of people downtown. During the summertime, the weather can be very hot in Washington, D.C. See how the liquid in this thermometer is to the left? It says 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That means it's really hot outside. It is a good thing there are so many vendors to sell cool refreshments like ice cream and snow cone to help visitors stay cool. The trees in Washington, D.C. are full of green leaves during the summer. In my neighborhood, there are lots of parks with grassy areas that are mowed so people can enjoy them. On weekends, many of my neighbors are out working in their flower beds and gardens. I like to go to the local swimming pool to keep cool in the summer, and lots of other people have the same idea. Everyone at the pool is wearing plenty of sunscreen so they don't get sunburned. Nothing ruins summer fun like a bad sunburn. Sometimes you can rest under shady trees to protect yourself from the hot sun. Other people simply stay indoors, especially on the hottest days. The 4th of July is the biggest summer holiday and is an especially important day in Washington, D.C. The 4th of July is the birthday of the United States, and many people celebrate the day with family and friends. Lots of my friends have picnics or barbecues and take trips to the beach. I like to go to the parades during the day on the 4th of July and then the booming, colorful fireworks at night. I also love eating lots of watermelon. Thanks to the 4th of July and trips to the pool and beach, I always think of fun times when I think of summer. What is it like during summer where you live? Your friend, Annie. So friends, here are our comprehension questions to answer at the end of our story. What was the main idea of the text? Name the summer months. How do we dress in the summer? What are your favorite summer activities or holidays?